the brand new Dodge Durango, the current Toyota Highlander, and of course the brand new Infiniti QX, that's a mouthful, 80. And what do you got there, Nathan?
This is the brand new Range Rover Sport.
Now this is TFL's Mega Mashup.
Yeah, see, I'd rather call it the 3 Rows of Destiny.
No, I better not go there.
Or how about that? Oh.
Day 2 coming up next on the Fast Lane Car.
3 Rows of Destiny.
Now these cars do not compete, Nathan. That's why this is a mashup and not a
match up.
Yes, not a matchup. They don't compete, but they do have one thing in common.
They do. They can have up to 3 rows of seating.
Now the other day we reviewed the Infiniti. What do we do today, Nathan?
We're gonna review this baby right here, supercharged Range Rover Sport.
And I'm betting it's faster.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's no fun. Now, under the hood is a Jaguar. Literally, this is the same engine that's in the new Jaguar F-Type. It's a 3-liter supercharged V6 that puts out 340 horsepower and 332 pound-foot of torque. It's made it to get this, an 8-speed automatic transmission without paddle shifters, and it has a towing capacity of about 7,700 pounds at its maximum. It's a fine, fine engine, and it doesn't sound as good in this vehicle as it does in the Jaguar. All right, my man, we are now in the Range Rover Sport. And you have to admit that this car is very luxurious, very off-road worthy,
yep,
and has very good driving dynamics.
And not only that, but isn't this V6 sourced from the Jaguar?
Exactly, from the F-Type. Yeah, it's
sounds good.
Supercharged.
For a V6, it sounds really good.
Yeah, it sounds even better in the Jaguar. You know, 4,000, that's as high as it will go. In the Jaguar, this exhaust note is raspy and burbly, and it's got that. And here, they've toned it down for the Range Rover. And I would like that raspy note because I'm getting mainly the induction noise of the Range Rover supercharger instead of that really cool backfire you get in the Jaguar. Oh, gives me goosebumps. Now, I have to say that Range Rover purposely went out of their way to make this more sports car-like, so it's a little bit, I would almost say, claustrophobic. We're 2 big guys, but I kind of like a little bit more room. How about you, Nathan?
I'm pretty spread out. I'm pretty comfortable.
You drove this all day yesterday when we were out prototype hunting, and you're pretty damn comfortable in here.
I'm damn comfortable. Well, here's the funny part. You know, we had a discussion. I used to have a Land Rover Discovery, and it had the same feature this has, which is start-stop. The difference is this is supposed to do it.
No, that one.
That one just did it whenever it wanted. Yeah, it's a little weird because, you know, frankly, you at a light, boom, silence. So it's kind of weird, but
yeah, but you can turn that off. There's a button for that.
Yeah.
Along with the air suspension, which is of course wonderful when it works. And I'm not saying it's not going to work, but at some point the seals always fail.
There is going to be a point where they go. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just part of having air suspension. But when it works, it's wonderful. I have to be honest, this is my favorite car of the bunch, at least when it comes to style. If the Infiniti is a hippo, as Nathan says, well, this looks like a feline Jaguar.
Feline Jaguar, not exactly. Wrong.
It is a Jaguar, Nathan, literally and figuratively. But best of all, I like the fact that it resembles the other Range Rovers. This looks like a baby Range Rover or a grown-up Evoque because that's exactly where it slots in. There's a strong family resemblance and it all makes sense. It's got that kind of British, it's very German, sorry, I can't do a British accent.
Yes, but I bloody well can.
Nathan can.
Get off camera, you.
I am very stylish and I am very buttoned down. You know, the cool thing, Nathan, is I'm getting 22.0 mpg in real world driving. That's not bad.
You want to know what my Infiniti was getting?
No, it'll be like 2.
No, not that bad, but pretty bad. Pretty bad. It's been about 14 miles per gallon. And folks, that's the problem with a big, heavy, massive vehicle. No matter what you do, it's going to be really inefficient.
Big tires, big room, big engine,
big fat ass,
small MPG number. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
Deal with it.
Yeah. Well, maybe they should put a supercharged V6 in the Infiniti, you know?
Yeah, why not? Hey, you listening, Infiniti? Supercharge that bad boy.
They've got it. They could do it.
Take the one out of the Juke. That'll give it a good fuel economy.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
I've always liked the interiors of Range Rovers, and this is no exception. Everywhere you touch is expensive. Soft materials, fat steering wheel, big controls. What more do you want? I guess you do want a little bit more space. Range Rover says that they've made it a little bit more intimate to give you a better, more sport car-like driving experience. To me, it feels a little cramped. I wish there were just a little bit more room in here, and my God, when you put those third row seats in the back, it's going to be crazy cramped.
Roman's right, it does feel more cramped than before. But I can say this with some certainty, I can fit behind Roman. I got a little bit of space, and with my big boy shoes on, I'm nearly 6'2". And headroom is okay, as long as you're not moving it around too much. It's relatively comfortable too.
And you gotta love that sunroof that goes all the way to the back, Nathan.
Oh my gosh, it is, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a cool feature. It gives it that kind of airy, open atmosphere that you want in something that can be claustrophobic.
And when you're on safari, you can open it up with your blunderbuss stick out there and plop. Plenty of room.
I think a lot of people are taking this on safari.
Absolutely.
It's kind of the Swiss Army knife of cars, right? Because you can kind of flog it around on these roads, and it's sport car-like in that, you know, you can feel what the road is doing, you can feel what the tires are doing. It's directly connected to the pavement. Yet when you get on the off-road section, you can raise up the suspension and you can kind of go trouncing through the wild. Not that people will do that in an $80,000 vehicle.
Yeah, this is like 80 grand, right?
Yeah, it's like the Infiniti. It's the exact same price.
I'll be damned. I mean, that's not cheap, but this used to be like the cheaper vevehicle in
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Now it slices in right between the Evoque and the regular Range Rover now.
Oh, Jesus! Son of a... I didn't say... Whoa! Yes, the brakes work really good.
They do.
Oh my God. That hurt.
But the question is it faster than the Infiniti? So what's next?
We're gonna do a 0 to 60 in this thing, and I need to get the hell out of it so I can drain my bladder. Bastard.
All right, let's find out if this is faster. Sorry, man.
No, you're not.
I know I'm not. If I recall correctly, Nathan went about 8.21 seconds in the Infiniti, and I think I should be able to go faster in this because it's supercharged, and we are at a mile above sea level. That means that I do have a little advantage with forced induction, so let's give it a shot. I'm going to give it a little bit of brake torquing and just let it go. There we go. 340 horsepower, and there is 60 right there. Oh my, check it out. That could not be closer. 8.23.
Let me out of here. Open! Open!
Nathan, people want to know, does Nathan fit?
Barely, but you know, there's supposed to be a third row seat you could put into these, right? I have no idea how it's going to fit. I really don't.
You know, when I was at the Range Rover program when they launched this,
yeah,
they only had one with a third row, and that was a cutaway, because I'm not sure there's going to be a heck of a lot of room when you put a third row back here.
Well, the biggest problem here is the way it's raked in the back, which is typical to Range Rover, but it just takes all the room away. So, I mean, there's enough space down here. I guess we'll just have to find out when we see one.
Yeah, you need small kids, not like our kids, not monster big.
Monster big? My kids are normal size and they wouldn't fit.
Okay guys, here is attempt number 2. I am in sport mode. There are no paddle shifters, so I'm just gonna hope that this goes faster. There we go! Come on! Oh, it feels faster. Will it be faster when it's all said and done? There's 60. Look at that! Oh, yeah, baby. Too bad, Nathan. Looks like British luxury and off-road worthiness trump Japanese luxury and off-road worthiness, at least when it comes to 0 to 60 times. Woohoo! On the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, Nathan, what do you give the brand new Range Rover Sport?
Guys,
Sport.
I give it a lease it, and I'll tell you why. Because there's no way anybody other than a tiny, tiny child can fit in the third row. And, you know, frankly speaking, I think that this has the smallest of the backs.
You are absolutely correct, but I only have one child, so I don't need that. Plus, I love the way that it's kind of the Swiss Army knife. It does everything well, so I'm going to give it a buy it, even though it is expensive. Which means that tomorrow we do what, Nathan?
We're going to drive the Highlander.
Coming up tomorrow on the Fast Lane Car. As always, this is Roman and my man
Nathan.
saying thanks for watching, and remember, Highlander tomorrow. Ciao. Oh gosh, check this out, gang. I did it one last time because I'm getting better at this and I'm figuring out how this car likes to be launched. Check it out. 7.5 seconds. Now that's pretty darn quick for a mile above sea level with a monster 7-passenger vehicle. I am seriously impressed with this, and that is only with the 340 F-Type supercharged engine in it. Imagine what it'd be like with that big V8.